We're live. All right. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel to another broadcast. I'm so excited for this one today because we're talking about quarantining. But before I even get into the life in quarantine, I'll just like to say a big, huge thank you for you guys for joining in. And let me, before I even go ahead, my amazing panel that's with me today. We're gonna have so much fun. I have Xavier here with us, and I have. You want to say hello?
Oh, hi.
And I have my girl Jocelyn. You see her here every Thursday. She is my D woman,
Hey,
and we're gonna
you
have
know
someone
it.
else popping in. We had issues with her connection um, before we went live, so she should be popping in at any moment, just making sure her connection comes in real clear. But yes, we're talking about life in quarantine, and I don't know about you guys, but this quarantine has been something. It's been something. Like I don't know how we all still manage to still even be present looking the way we look, by the way, you guys look amazing. Looking the way we look, still getting up every morning to even fight to do anything. So just, before I even ask the question, let me ask this question. I just want to say, what did you guys, did I say our viewers subscribe? I did not tell them that. How about Jocelyn? You tell them to subscribe. How about that?
Okay, so about the subscribing, sorry, Joseph, it's kind of crackled up. Okay, well, I just wanted to let you guys know that me and Joseph will be posting on our social medias. You can definitely find my social media under his page and his social media under mine. Definitely subscribe, join the fam. You're more than welcome to, come in, speak your truth. And, I'm just grateful to be here again and again and again. I'm hoping I don't bore you anymore. But, anyways, yeah, join the fam, come on, come and talk to us. I'm sweet, he's nice. I mean, we're like the perfect flavors. So yeah, definitely I can't wait to get this conversation started today. Yeah. Subscribe, join the fam, like, follow,
Beautiful.
something.
Beautiful. So, okay, so let me just kick off and say this. Just starting with you, Xavier. What did you do when you first got the news about the whole, let me say virus, and then we can get into the quarantine part?
So the first thing I did, what did I do? I think I called my best friend and I was like, "Oh, we're not gonna, see each other. We out of school." I was, excited at first until, now we can't go anywhere. And, I miss going to church. I do. I miss everything. Like I miss going to school. So when I first found out, I was calling everybody. I was like, we're gonna be out of school for like the rest of the year, the week, the two, whatever. And yeah, I was happy until now.
Jocelyn, you?
I think when I first found out about the news, I was I'm taking college classes right now. So I was like at my failing point. I was about to take, and like after spring break, because that's when I found out. After spring break, I had like a huge final, and I was like, if I fail it, I'm just gonna like drop the classes. But then this coronavirus came, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I was so happy. I passed my class. I'm passing my classes now. If it wasn't for this coronavirus, I would be failing. And I know it sounds bad, and I know it's bad, but like, you got to know I was happy. I was so happy. I'm still happy because I mean, for me, like, I never really went out in the first place. So I was a homebody. So this was just, yeah.
So I guess I'll say my statement in, place for Kenzie. When I got the news first, anybody who knows my mom, they know like she is afraid of the world. She's pretty much afraid of every single every single thing in my house led to some kind of death. Everything. Like I didn't get to go to camps. I didn't get to go to there was even some field trips that I wanted to go to that I couldn't go to because my mom was like, no, because I just watched the news and they said a 12-year-old or a little boy died, it got shot and stuff. That boy can be you and all that kind of stuff. And it was just crazy. So when I got through the news, like I was kind of like with Jocelyn, but at the time I was dealing with college because if anybody don't know this, my school is out of state. My school is in New York, and it hit New York first, and it hit them the worst before it really hit anybody. So I'm trying to figure out, the school situation and all that kind of stuff, and then all of a sudden these stores start closing down, and then I can't go to church, and who you want to miss out with Jesus, and it was just yes, it was something. But I guess my next question will be to you guys. Oh, well, let me read a comment real quick. Yes, I'm a homebody too. Lady Gore said yes, she's a homebody too. Yes, I think we all are homebodies. Jocelyn, you want to add to that?
Honestly, I mean, for me, I love being a homebody. I feel like there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, especially during this quarantine, I was like, like as soon as I graduated, I went to like college courses. Now I'm again community colleges. I'm in a community college. Nothing wrong with that. I love it. It's honestly the best. And so like for I didn't get that time off to just relax, and I feel like now I have that time. And it's a great way to like, interact with your family again. Like, especially me, like I was always so like not into it. And now like I play with my little brother, I help my mom out. I've learned how to cook more recipes. I mean, there's a lot of stuff you can do in quarantine. And I think homebodies the perfect way to do it. So yeah.
You, Xavier, what do you have to say to being a homebody?
Me personally, I don't think I'm a homebody. I like to go places, I like to go out to eat and stuff. But quarantine has like really made me like love being at home more instead of like going out, going to see other people. I still just go here to my house and my dad's house, but it made me, be able to stay in the house more now instead of going out and having fun.
So, okay, so a question I will ask is, in other words, I know you guys pretty much answered this, but you didn't answer this. So, how is it treating you? How are you taking to the quarantine at the moment? Is it doing you good?
It's doing me great. I mean, I love it. I hate it for other people because I know it's like a deadly disease, and I do feel bad, especially for the younger cases. And so I don't like the fact that there is a disease going on, but I am grateful that I've been able to live throughout this whole thing, and just keep going with it. I mean, that's really all I have to say.
For me, I would say it's been doing me good, but it also hurts to see, the death toll and stuff going up. So that's just one of the negatives about this situation. But other than that, I've been doing good and, spending more time with family. So it's been great.
So, so what are, because I know, Jocelyn, you're working at this time, so, and Xavier, you're dealing with school, but the schools, we're about to come to an end. Summer is about to come. So, what are you guys necessarily doing at this time? Sorry, you, Jocelyn.
For me, basically, besides working, I stay at home, I watch movies, I play with my little brother. I do go to like Walmart and stuff to get like groceries, Kroger's, HE. Well, I stopped going to HEB, but Kroger's, Walmart, I go over there. Um, I cook. I make desserts. I make some bomb cheesecake. I eat. I think like my whole family said that we're getting fat. I mean, but there's nothing to do but eat. I mean, yeah, yeah. That's my quarantine.
For me, oh no, I just been trying to keep up with my schoolwork, of course, because now that I don't have teachers and stuff, it's like harder to get up and finally do your work. But I like it better than school. It's also you know less work than actually being at school. But other than that, I mean, eating, of course, because you're bored. I've watched a couple of movies, not really a lot, and just spending time with my family and talking and getting to know more about my family. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah. So let me just read a couple of questions real quick. Theatis says, "So what do you think overthinkers do in this time?" Lady Galore says, "Overthink, duh, LOL." And Cameron Hawkins says, "How do you feel about people with toxic families handling somewhere that's not in the safe space?" So in other words, how are they dealing with the quarantine with their toxic families in a safe space? That is a good question. I guess I'll start with you, Jocelyn.
Ooh, whoa. Okay, so honestly, um, I'll do the overthinkers first because I know the second one's a little bit longer. So the overthinkers, I feel like, is having more safety precautions. As like I know somebody who like makes her husband, like, as soon as he comes home, he takes off his clothes, he takes a bath, he makes sure he's sanitized from head to toe. He's the only one allowed to leave the house. He's the only one, like, they stopped sleeping in the same room. So I know like overthinkers are very like cautious right now, and about like going in and out, and just and through the whole coronavirus. And for the second question, how do I feel? That one hurts me a lot because I know that my family is not a toxic family, and I know that there are children out there who use school as a safe place, and it hurts me because we don't really talk a lot about this because it's just such a sad topic. And with that being said, like, I wish, they did have somewhere to go, and I wish that, there was more people out there to help them and bring them into their home so that they don't have to go through such a toxicity about like being in with their own family, And I do believe that, one day once this coronavirus is done, I hope school opens back up for them, especially because, in the time of need, this is really where, we do need a safe spot for children, and we do need a safe spot for even adults. Like, a lot of people, I don't know if I work next to a liquor store. So a lot of the liquor stores selling so much and tons of liquor out, and it makes you think because I would like we've had customers come in and like they're not looking for us, they're looking for the liquor store. And so it kind of, it does create a lot of toxic, being at home, and it does hurt me because I can't tell you anything to change it. All I can say is that I feel bad, and that I do wish and I do pray that, they do come out of this with a safe spot, and they do come out, winners, and, going back to school and just having to feel secure again. So that's my thing.
Well, I totally agree with everything Jocelyn said and how the overthinkers are taking, more health precautions, as in like wearing masks and gloves. And, I think that's good. I mean, I feel like everybody should be doing that, not just the overthinkers, but, they take this, more serious because all they do is think about it. So, yeah. And with the toxic families, that it is sad. It's very sad because, some people, like she said, does use school as a safe house, or they go to so they can talk to somebody about their problems. And I remember at the beginning of quarantine, like the third week or so, I was reading this thing about how the domestic violence was going up. between, spouses and stuff. And it's because, everybody's not used to being together with each other for so long. And you can't, leave or go anywhere. So you're basically stuck. So, yeah.
Yes, that well, I agree with everything you guys say. Just to keep moving forward. So, how would you say? What do you guys have to say about people not being cautious during this time? Because I know I have a couple of friends that's not being super cautious at this time. So I guess what would you say?
For me, I feel like people who aren't being super cautious during this time, I know that they have their reasons. Some of them just totally forget in general because it's just something that's not natural to us. And so I can definitely understand that. But I feel like if you're just not taking precaution on purpose, then you just need to stay home. Because I feel like people wear masks, and a lot of people think that people are wearing masks because, oh, the coronavirus can spread, yada yada yada. But in reality, they were saying that a lot of the people who do wear masks, some of them are actually have the virus, and to protect them and to protect everybody around them, they have to wear masks. And so that's why I believe that if you're not taking safety precautions, you definitely need to look up why people don't do it. And you definitely need to look up the reason to take safety precautions and what effect it could actually have on you and your family and everybody around you. So, and they found it in dogs too, so you gotta watch out for everybody. But yeah.
Yes, to the people who aren't taking, who not too big on it, I just feel like, everybody should take it seriously, even though if you don't feel like you're being affected, I just say, why not wear like a mask or something, just in case to protect yourself. And so you can go back home to your families and, make sure they're protected and stuff. I just say take it more seriously because it's a lot of people in the world that are dying from it. But yeah, just take it seriously. And I feel like they need to take it serious. Shoot.
Yes, and we have another comment from Cameron Hawkins. She says, "Do you feel like the quarantine has allowed families to connect more or disconnect more?"
So yes, I do feel like families connect more, and so do like marriages connect more. Now, like the way Xavier was saying that it has a higher rate into like domestic violence, and on top of that, a lot of divorcing have been going on. But I feel like it's definitely a wake up call because it then tells you that like your significant other maybe isn't your significant other, because if you can't stay in a room together for 24 hours, then how are you gonna live the rest of your life? I mean, yeah, I get it. You need your space. I understand that. But like sometimes it's just like you get married to that person to be with them all the time. And if you can't even stand them for that long, then that's why I feel like that's why a lot of the marriages are just ending. And then on top of the families, I do believe that they connect more because there's just somebody that you're gonna see every day. And like Xavier said, he was like learning more about his family and connecting more with his family. So I know he can relate to like the whole gist of everything. Same here, because I talk to my mom every day, which is something we never did. I talk to my little brother every day, which is it's crazy because he talks so much. And well, yeah.
Yes, I can totally, connect with that because, being trapped in with family, it's caused me to get closer to them. So I feel like if you have that relationship, I feel like it should be able to work out and, you should be able to connect. But then it goes back to like toxic families. Some of them are disconnecting more because, they can't get past their differences. So that's sad, but that's life, I guess. But sometimes you don't need negative people in your life. So, yeah.
Well, I will have to say, like, yes, being in quarantine has made me disconnect more with my family. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Family who is on here, please do not take that serious. I am joking. Don't report my page. But yes, it has made me connect. I guess you'll say more because I feel like me and my family was kind of already close, but it made me I don't know if I'm using the word connect, is word right, but I think like I yearn to be around my family more, like my brothers and my sisters. Like I want to be around them more. And my mom, she was talking to me one day. She was like, I feel more safe. She was like, even though like all my kids was like older, she's like, I feel more safe and more comfortable knowing that all my kids are at home. She was like, I don't know, it's just like a comfort about that. But there is some families that I know that like in this time, who's dealing with a lot of, issues because of the simple fact. And I think the disconnect will come from the simple fact that you just don't know who you're around. You grew up with these people day in and day out, but you didn't really grow up with them. Like you guys was kind of separated into different things. Like you had your space, I had my space. So I do have like a friend that's dealing with that because he's around his family more, but he's not used to, being in their face all day, every day, and people getting a divorce. And to me, I'm like, who gets a divorce in this time? Like who? But that's just my little sense on it. But to move on, do you guys have any statements to say, piggyback off of what I just said?
Oh, I have one. Tell your mom that I wasn't at the house. But she said all her children are there, but I'm not there. But no,
I will.
actually, tell her. No, but actually, no. I definitely agree with everything you said, and yeah. But that's all I had to say.
I actually agree. I agree because some mothers and fathers they have kids that like to party and stuff, and the world kind of crazy now. With shootings and stuff. So I think a lot of parents feel more safe to know that their kids are at home instead of going out with people they don't know and partying and stuff. So I agree.
Okay, the next statement I would say is, back to being cautious. Um, how do you guys feel about people meeting? Even though I'm not saying I'm doing it, I don't know if the government is watching me saying this right now. I'm not meeting up with anybody. But how do you feel about people meeting up and it's with their friends and stuff secretly in these groups and all that kind of stuff like that? Because I know in Florida they had I believe it was a beach party or something, and the whole beach party got shut down and everything. So how do you guys feel about that? Starting with you, Justin.
Okay, so I do have to say this. I feel like I understand, we're all bored and we're all just wanting like a taste of freedom. I understand that. But it's just like it's just not healthy. It's not good for you to go and meet up with just your friends because you don't know where your friends have been. You don't know if they've been meeting up with other people before you. You just don't know. That's why they tell you to keep safer precautions. And then on top of that, have you, I don't know if you guys seen, but they started setting up a curfew. You have to be inside your house. And on top of that, if they're saying like now, I think in Harris County, I'm not sure. If you guys know, let me know. But I know somewhere that they're having like they actually are telling people, not asking, telling people that you have to wear a mask when you're in this county because if you don't, you will suffer a $1,000 fine. So if you are gonna meet up with your friend, at least make sure that you're wearing a mask. At least make sure that you're 6 feet apart. It ain't that hard. And then on top of that, I mean, I understand, like for me, I know like I've met up with my family a lot, which is probably not the healthiest thing. But if you think about it, if anything were to ever happen, like my grandma always says, you die happy. And I know that if I had to die tomorrow, if because of this disease, I know that my last few faces that I see are my family. And that's what I appreciate the most. So I can definitely understand why if people are having barbecues or if they're going out with their friends, just be safe about it. If you have that mindset that you really want to go, just be safe about it.
Yes, totally. I feel like if you want to go out, have fun, but be careful, very careful, because I know last week I think I went to go see a family member. social distancing. So we stayed in the car and, did a little drive by. You know how you do those little drives. Have y'all seen those, like the drive by celebrations and stuff? Yeah, that's what we kind of did, but it was just one car. We just stopped by, said hey, and, keep it going. And if you feel like you want to get out, touch somebody, I don't prefer that you touch anybody, but, have your mask, stay 6 feet. I want to go see some people, but I just don't feel like, of course, my parents and grandparents don't allow me, and I understand, supposed to be 6 feet. Don't come touch. Listen, don't touch me. Don't touch me. So I totally agree. Like, if you're gonna go out, have your fun, but be careful and safe about it.
Um, yes. At this time, I have had like two people, yes, two people who tried to come see me, and I'm I'm kind of like my mom. I'm the worst. Like I'll be like, coronavirus, coronavirus, social distancing, so like I'm horrible. Like when it comes to that, like they was like that, like Jocelyn probably know the person, and they told me they was like, you are rude. Why would you tell me that? I said, look, we don't know how this thing going. We don't know. I don't know if it's like you. They saying if you breathe on somebody, people catching it that way. They saying if you touch me, it's like that. It's like tag. We don't know how this thing is. So look, 6 feet, six. Give me my space. And when I say 6 feet, I mean like the radius. So all around, like you need to be 6 feet away from me. Like yes, I'm probably the worst person, but just to answer some questions, Cameron, you need to be a host because you are asking the questions that I should be asking. She asks, how has this time affected your mental or physical health?
Oh, okay. Well, my mental health is pretty relaxed and pretty calm. I think I've been having a lot of mood swings. I've been having such bad mood swings because like my boyfriend, I'm sorry, like he'll text me and he'll be like, "Hey, I miss you," and I'll be like, "Who's that supposed to be sent to? Why are you texting me that?" Because literally, I picked like the worst fights. It's just been mood swing. It's quarantine, and then on top of that, oh my God, I have been eating and I've been eating and I can see it and I'm eating, but it's going to the right places. So I don't know, like I'm getting fat, but like yeah, it's like coming together some way somehow. But yeah, everything's been good. Everything's been okay, you know.
This quarantine has made my mental health, I know how to relax more now because at first, I used to want to go places, do everything, be that person. But I've actually been able to relax, and it actually helps you see, like during this time, it helps you see, who's your real friends, who's your fake friends, who checks on you, who cares about you. That has shown me a lot. So to all the fake people out there, I don't care. But it's helped me a lot with just myself and working on myself and, having that type of, and it helps with my relationship with God. Just, yes, talking to him more. Yes. So it helped.
Oh, um, yeah, like I don't think my mental, well, physical health. Look, like Jocelyn said, I don't know what is the big issue I'm having, but I've just been eating, and like I don't know, and like it's almost like you see it before somebody else sees it. And I was scrolling through some pictures, and I was like, oh my gosh, Joseph, what is going on? And they're trying, and they talk about all these healthy stuff like this push-up challenge. I ain't doing that. I'm gonna attempt it, but I ain't look. I ain't about to do none of that. So it's been crazy. As far as friends checking up on me, I can't say I've had a lot of friends check up on me. But then again, I do I'm understanding of it because I think, well, I'm a lot older than you, Xavier. So, with us, it's kind of like, a lot of my friends are either, got kids, they out there working in the world and stuff like that. So, they have so much going on. It's almost to the point to where it's like, you got to make time to be like, okay, like, how you doing? Are you okay? Is everything all right? What you calling me for? I'm just calling to check in. That's it. I ain't calling you for nothing. I'm just calling to check in. So the communication with my friends, that's been a little bit struggling to do that because, of course, you want to talk to your friends. But me personally, I feel like I benefit more seeing them in person, hanging out with them, being feeling their presence and their energy because you can only get through so much over a phone. So on that particular side, I can't say I've been like it kind of gets to me, not so much, but it kind of gets to me because like dang, I really like to watch a movie or something with your friend. You can be around your siblings all day and every day, okay? But you only get a couple of friends. So some people only got three, and I'm rolling on a good 5 right now. But just to answer Cameron, I promise you need to be a host. I'm gonna have you on here to be a host because you are asking the questions. Do do you think that younger children and elderly people are getting the care that they should, or do you think that most of the attention is on people who are 15 through 40 years old? Starting with you, Jocelyn.
So I feel like a lot of the medicines and the vaccine are definitely going towards younger people. And I know that, and I don't know this, but I want to say I know this. But like, if I'm not mistaken, I seen a video on a woman who was saying that she had two things. I mean, she only had one of this machine that was to go to a patient, right? And that she had to pick between a 70-year-old and a 15-year-old, and of course, like she couldn't know what to do, and like the supervisor threw it on her to pick, and she was just like she went for the 15-year-old. And so so I can see that people do definitely go for younger people, and I feel like it's sad, but you know a lot of the time most of the old people are saying that they've lived their life, and that to do it, to go after a younger child and to help them more. So I just feel like I understand why they're doing it. And if I was in that position, I would probably pick a younger child, but I would also try to find ways to help the older people. So it wouldn't seem like I have all my attention on just one child. So,
Yes, I totally think that people are going towards more young people because they feel like, I know some people feel like, oh, well, this lady like 89, she didn't live her life, had her turn. It's time for her to go. But if I was in that predicament, I don't know. It would be so hard on me. I would have to talk to God. I have to talk to my family because, I have grandparents, and, I have to think like, what if that was my grandparents in that situation, or some random little child? It would be hard on me. But I don't know. I don't know who I would pick. I think I had to talk to God. But if Granny lived her life, Granny lived her life. I mean, she can go to be with her glory. Hallelujah. She can be with God. I think I'm gonna have to save this young child's life. But it would be so hard on me.
Yes. Yes, the care is, I do believe that it's going to the younger generation, especially between the ages of 15 and 40, because I believe 40 and up, I think those people, they're just not really caring for them as just at all. I think they're just kind of letting them let the virus take its course on them, because I believe our immune system is a lot more stronger. And they said you reaches your peak. I'm not, don't quote me on this, but they said you reach your peak say like in biology that when you're in your 20s, like you're at like your max, like you're in your max, like full, your most developed. That's when your body is the most developed, and you fight off diseases quicker. You know, your energy is through the roof, and all that kind of stuff. So, but which one I would choose, just to go based off what Xavier said, I can. I don't. Let me think. How old is grandma? Okay, but you know, if grandma, you get some money with the old they worked a long time, you know, and you can get something from them, you know. That okay. Next question is: how do you feel the media has influenced your perception of the virus and on the?
Wait, Joseph, can you like repeat the question? Cause I was listening, but yeah,
Oh, I got you. Yeah, I had threw you off, right?
yeah, yeah.
But how do you feel the media has influenced your perception of the virus and on the quarantine?
Man, I'm not gonna lie. The media honestly scares me. It makes me think that the world's gonna end. I mean, they're like pulling out cases, like if they're just like topics every day. And I tell my mom the same thing every day. Like, why are you watching the news? Like, it's so sad. And I get it. You need to learn about the precautions. I understand that, but I feel like we're all gonna have it one day. And sometimes I watch the media and I'm like, I don't even think there's gonna be a vaccine. You know, I hope and pray that there is, so that people can be saved and that we can actually go back to living like the same way we used to. But it's just like it's just yeah, something that I don't really watch that much.
I feel like the social media does make everybody scared and, riled up about things. But with me, at first, I was scared, but then, coming back from my church background, I gotta go to the word and, think about that God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of love, power, and of a sound mind. So that keeps me, cool, calm, cool, and collected about everything that's going on, because it's so many posts and stuff, and the death toll going up. That's scary, but going back on the word of God has helped a lot.
Yes. Yes, the media has, and actually, I had to, we had to get on our mom because well, I'm not to tell all my mom's business like that, but my mom does have bipolar disorder, and she has anxiety really heavy. So that's really been, we have to keep telling her, like, stop with social media, stop watching the news or everything. And, her being afraid of everything leads to some kind of death. We have to keep letting her know, like, even her doctor was like, hey, like, watch what you need to watch, and then after you watch what you needed to watch, you know turn it off. Don't just sit there and watch news all day. Watching the news and being on this social media and all that kind of stuff like that, that can mentally make you go insane. Like, go, go outside. They're not saying you can't go outside. Go outside, take a stroll. If you can, if you live by a lake, go fishing. Do something. Tune into our YouTube broadcast. Not to play myself in, but do something with your time instead of just looking at the death rate, or at the, because you're looking at the death rate, but you're not looking at the survivors, the people who survived. We had a good amount of people who survived. So yeah, I would say take what you need. If you're using social media for entertainment, then go directly to entertainment, but do not, under no circumstances, use it to just look up all this kind of crazy, because you can really fall off. But I think Kevin has another question. Do you think this time has allowed you to reconnect or build relationship spiritually? So I guess I'll say
Yes. Now, I know that people, this is just something for me. I don't know if you can relate or if you can't relate, but this is just me. So a lot of people say that, a lot of people talk to God when they only need something. They don't really talk to them every day. They only talk to them when they need, something good to happen in their lives. Now, what I will say is that my faith and my belief in him is through the roof. I believe in him. I put my faith in him. If he was to come down and tell me, Jocelyn, do you trust me? Do you put everything, all that you have in me without a doubt? Yes. Do I talk to him every day? No. Did I used to talk to him when I need something the most? Yes. Now, this quarantine has made me talk to him every day. It has made me realize so much more to the world. And, it made me realize that you cannot be selfish. You cannot be, you know, all about yourself. And it made me come to say that, I started doing more for my family. I started praying more to him and I started trying to become a better me. There was a lot of stuff that I was lacking in, and I feel like now, I mean, there's still some stuff I'm still lacking in, but now I'm just, I feel like I've been a better me. I feel like I'm trying to be more positive in such a negative situation so that there is, still light at the end of the tunnel, so people can. That's why I like doing this broadcast. So, yeah.
Yes, this time in quarantine has definitely made me get closer to God, praying every day. Because, sometimes I be forgetting, okay? I'm just going to tell the truth. I forget before, but now it's made me, talk to God more about things, certain things going on in my life. And it's made me want to, you know, look and read the Bible more, to seek His Word. And, I believe in God, I'm a strong believer. And I just feel like everything happens for a reason. So this is happening for a reason. Get closer to your families, do what you need to do, get your life together if that's what you need to do. So and get closer to God, okay? Because you never know when you may need Him, okay? So you better talk to Him.
um yes, I will say I do have a better, I'm not going to say reconnect because, but I do have a better relationship um, spiritually, Um, I have to keep reminding my friends, a lot of times, especially in this time, I feel like it hit us by surprise, but it was almost like it was an on time thing because, a lot of things that, there was some things that couldn't happen, unless, we stayed in our houses. You know, in some sense, you was trying to go out with your friends, and not to, just go completely spiritual, but there was some you was trying to go out with your friends, or you was out there in the world too much, and God was probably just pulling on you saying, hey, you need to be here with your family. It's something going on in your house. You need to check your house. Be here with your family. Try to see if your family's okay. So not and like to go to the previous questions, families are coming together. People are getting to know their families, get to know what their families about. So spiritually, I can say yes, I have built a better or a stronger relationship spiritually. She has another question, Cameron. What are some things that you have realized about yourself that you never noticed before, positive or negative? And do you appreciate it, or are you working to change those behaviors?
Oh, okay. Something I never noticed. This is probably negative, but there's a positive outcome to it, so I just played it off. Um, I'm disorganized. I am very disorganized. and I'm very lazy. And this is a quarantine that really showed me because, sometimes I'm in my room and I look and I'm like, I lived in this for like 6 months, and like I start cleaning crazy. I try to make my bed every day. I try to become organized. You see, I try to focus more on the important things because being in quarantine is like that's all you have to do, For me, for me. But yeah, I mean, I definitely appreciate quarantine being able to show me like, hey, like, girl, you need to get your stuff together. You're supposed to be like clean, and you're supposed to, you tell everybody else that, you have a clean room and you have a clean workspace, but in reality, you don't. So, definitely been working on that, and it's made me a better person because I feel like my Zen has gone green and it's gone amazing. So,
One of my positive things is getting to, how I get to see more how I interact with people and how I can make people laugh. And, that makes me happy, seeing other people happy. So knowing how much joy I actually bring to people is really good. But a negative, I would say I talk too much. Okay. I talk too much. Like we can talk about a topic and go on and on and on. But I've learned to, stay to myself now. I can go be in a room by myself because, at first I'd be like, no, I gotta be with people. I feel like I gotta be with somebody or have somebody to talk to. But yeah, that just helped me work on myself to be by myself and love myself.
Um, yes, I know you guys are gonna probably hate when I say this, but I cannot say I've realized anything about myself. Maybe other people have. Maybe other people.
oh, did y'all
I
feel that?
cannot.
I'm sorry, Joseph, but did you feel that? Xavier, did you feel that?
What,
It's
what
just
was it?
because Joseph's big ass head hit me in my head. Okay. Anyways, back to what you were saying, honey bunny.
I can't. I can't just. I wish I could. Can't. I can't. I can't. I mean, maybe you guys can tell me something, but um, I can't say I realized something different that I didn't know. Okay, let me just say that. I can't say I didn't find out something new. Like all the stuff that I know is like I've been knew that for years. I can't say there's something that positive or now I can tell you positive and negative things about me, but I can't say something I know. But we have gosh, time flies. We don't understand how much time flies. I wish we can stay here longer. We didn't even get to do our game. But if you guys want a part two, how do you guys feel about a part two? So if you guys are interested in a part two of life in quarantine, please, please, please give this video many, many thumbs up. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Their YouTube, their YouTube. Well, Xavier does have a YouTube, guys. So I will link his YouTube down below. Jocelyn, you guys, I will link her social media, both of their social medias down below as well. Again, again, again. If you want a part two, please, please, please like this video for another video for part two. And hopefully in the part two, we can have Kimsey here. I'm sorry that she couldn't be here with us. I know she was trying to figure out the connection issue. So hopefully for part two, we can get her here for another one. But if you guys have any finishing remarks, now probably this time.
Well, all I have to say is that, I'm glad that we get to interact more with the fans and for them to actually ask us questions. I love answering them, and I did this with all of my truth and with all of my positivity and my, understanding. So I'm glad. I'm just happy, positivity only for me.
First, I just want to say thank y'all for having me. It's so fun. I like it. Something different. I've never done this before, but I like it. Yeah, I just want to say thank y'all for having me. And I just want everybody to stay safe during these hard times because, it can be a lot, but stay protected, stay safe, wear your mask and your gloves. And yes.
Yes. Thank you guys for tuning in. Like, comment, and subscribe. If I can't say it enough. And last but not least, if you want to be a part of the panel, like Xavier said, these are conversations that you don't want to miss. And this, I believe this is our most funnest, is that a word? Fun, most fun broadcast that we have had. Oh, and Cameron, I know you had more questions. Tune in next week. Tune in next week. And if you want to be a part of the panel, please DM me, leave me a message on my Instagram, and I'll have that link down below if you want to be a part of the panel. As you can see, Jocelyn just met Xavier today, and it probably looks like we've all knew each other for I don't know how long. So we are a comfortable space. We are free. We're open to anything. So please, 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 if you want to be a part of the panel, please DM me in my Instagram and let me know that you want to be a part of it. So that's all for today, folks. Thank you for tuning in to this broadcast. Hope to see you guys on Monday. And that's all. So bye, guys.